How's it going, guys? It's Mr. C. This episode is going to be simplifying radicals, but we're going to bring variables into the mix now. Now, if you only care about simplifying radicals with numbers, go ahead and click the link right here, and I have a video with just numbers. Also, check the description for any kind of notes or definitions you might need if you get a little lost, but let's go ahead and get started. So, you're going to have something like simplify square root of x to the 7th. Now, yeah, there's multiple ways to solve that, but just kind of keeping with simplifying radicals, we're going to follow the same pattern to the steps we've used in previous videos. Well, the first step says prime factorization. Well, there really aren't prime numbers when we're talking letters, so we're just going to break up the factors that make x to the 7th. So this is real simple. We're going to get the square root of x times x times x times x times x times x times x. Now, why did I put 7x's here? Because that's the number we have right there. So the very next step is to identify our index, and you might remember from a previous video that in this particular case our index equals 2. We have a square root, so there's an imaginary 2 right here. If it was cubed root, there'd be a 3, our index would be 3. If there was a 4 here, our index would be 4. You get the point. Now the next step is to match and move. So we're going to go ahead and match it equal to our index. So we have two groups of 2 that we're looking for. And there we go. And then we need to move these to the outside, just like in our previous stuff. So what we're going to get here is 1x times another x times another x times the square root of x. And then our last step is to simplify. So we're going to get x to the what? Probably x cubed. Square root of x. All right, guys, our second example is going to be a little bit harder. Let's go ahead and take the cubed root of b cubed t to the 4th. All right, well, first step is to factorize everything. So we're going to get the cubed root of b times b times b times t times t times t times t. All right, step 2, what's the index here? Well, what does it say it is? That's right. So our index is 3. So when we match and move, we're looking for groups of what? 3. So here we go. One group of b's. Move that out here. Move that out here. All right, rewrite. So we have one group of b's, so we're going to have b. Group of t's, t. Cube root of t. All right, and 4, we're going to simplify. So it's just b, t, cube root of t. Simple. All right, let's bring it all back together with numbers for our grand finale. All right, for our last and final example, let's do the square root of 60y to the 5th z to the 4th. Now that's ugly, and it's going to get a little long, but just follow the same steps. It's really quite simple. First thing we're going to do is prime factorize. Well, we have 60, and we need to break that down. So let's just focus on 60, breaking it down into its prime factors first. It's even, so I always say just divide by 2. Keeps things simple, gets that number nice and smaller, and you'll be able to factorize everything no problem. So 60 is 30 and 2. Divided by 2, we get 15. And then 15, well, that's just 5 times 3. So here's our prime numbers. All right, and we're going to write out just like we did previously with our variables. So it's going to be kind of long because we got a lot of variables. So we have 5 times 3 times 2 times 2 times y times y times y times y times y, blah, 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 blah. Now, it got kind of long. Let me adjust the camera. All right. So, now number 2 is our index. Well, what's the index here? It's just 2. They didn't, there's nothing special. All right, now match and move. Now we got a lot of stuff here, so we got to make sure we follow along closely. Our index is 2, so we're just matching pairs. So we have a pair here, pair there, pair there, pair there, and a pair there. All right, now we're going to move all these out here. I'm not going to do that a bunch of times. So we got 2 times y times z times times the square root of 5 times 3 times y. All right, let's simplify everything together. We're going to have 2 times y what? y squared times z what? Z squared square root 5 times 3 is 15y. And that is it. If you can do this problem, you can do them all. Thanks for watching, guys.